Nom, or Napalm, as it was sold in Walmart. Oh boy, I'm not even sure where to begin with this game, and frankly, I don't want to. The only reason I'm writing this review is to process the sheer frustration and mental fatigue this experience inflicted upon me after trudging through 2 relentless hours of what can only be described as one of the most broken, unpolished, and unpleasant pieces of interactive media I've ever touched. I feel like I've aged a decade. But let's be clear, I'm a big fan of 90s shooters. I've played through Duke Nukem 3D, Blood, and Shadow Warrior, among others, and all of those build engine classics. I understand the limitations of the time. I can accept the clunky mechanics, janky visuals, and weird level design choices when there's at least some vision or charm behind it. But this is a slapdash mod turned game with no sense of balance, flow, or design cohesion. It's the video game equivalent of a migraine. The visuals are muddy, sound effects are garbled, and the music, if you can even call it that, ranges from offensively generic to simply grating. Just listen to this. Within minutes, I found myself wondering if I had accidentally loaded a corrupted mod of Duke Nukem 3D. But no, this is just what the game is. Even for a 1998 game, the graphics are piss poor. This looks worse than all of its contemporaries. The textures are muddy, the sprites are low res, the environments are bland with copy-pasted walls, there's no sense of place, no atmosphere, no artistic vision. Just walls, floors, and ceilings that all look the same shade of puke. I understand it's a challenge to make interesting outdoor levels in a build engine game, but this ain't it. If there's one thing you need to know before even launching the first level, it's this. You will spend almost the entire game holding down the fire button on the M60 machine gun. That's it. Everything else is a waste of time. The enemy AI uses the most over-the-top bullshit hit scan damage that there's no strategy to win the game. You simply spray as much as possible, in all directions, and hope that the tiny, barely legible pixels of the enemies die before you do. Then you quick save and move 10 feet and rinse and repeat for the whole game. Every other weapon is ineffective and pointless. Flamethrower, shotgun, M16, and don't even get me started on the grenades and claymores. They are useless. There is no balance. There's no depth here. There's no reason to experiment, no reason to strategize, no reason to ever touch a different weapon. You quick save, and then you swap to the M60, and you hold down the trigger until the last enemy falls. Anything else is an exercise in futility. This isn't a game of positioning or resource management or planning. It's a game of endurance. You inch forward, pray you haven't stepped on one of the invisible landmines and instantly explode, pray that you don't get randomly carpet bombed, then quick save again. You round a corner, hope you spot the enemy before he can shoot you, and then quick save again. You see a turret in the distance, and you quick save and hope you don't get randomly killed. That's it. You know the chain gunner in Doom? Well, imagine an entire game of nothing but that. Just enemies that hit scan you across the map constantly, and they're so far away you can barely see them. Does that sound fun? There's no flanking opportunities, no stealth sections, no puzzle rooms, no choke points to hold. Every encounter devolves into spin your mouse around, spray bullets as much as possible, listen for the screams, quick save, and repeat. The tactic is simply try not to die, and if you do, reload, because autosaves and level selects do not exist. I had to start playing on the easiest difficulty, something I never do, because the balance is just so broken. Even the easiest difficulty, you completely randomly just get blown up by artillery, or step on one of the almost near invisible landmines, resulting in an immediate death and reload of the last save. Get used to dying. You will be reloading quick saves approximately every 30 to 45 seconds. There's no autosave either. You just quick save over and over and see how much you can exploit the game until you crawl to the exit of the level. The difficulty is just screwed up. There's random artillery strikes, and there's no way to predict or dodge these. You will be half across the map, behind cover, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're dead. No audio cue, no visual flare, just one explosion and then one reload. It's not fun, it's not satisfying or skillful. It's a frantic, mindless loop of did I get unlucky this time? Versus did I remember to quick save? The audio is just as painful as the visuals. There's 1 or 2 tracks that border on they're so cheesy it's almost funny, but the rest is just a grating loop of generic MIDI bleeps and blats. Any attempt at atmosphere is ruined by the fact that each song sounds like it was composed by a door shut in a tin can. There's zero melodic hook, zero rhythm, and zero personality. The only reason you can recall the music is because it's so god-awful that it sears itself into your brain. And the level design is dogshit. Maps are ginormous open areas with no landmarks, punctuated by ridiculous backtracking and invisible triggers. You want to find the exit? Good luck. You'll be hugging walls, searching for that one tiny doorway that actually leads somewhere. Dead ends everywhere, there's no signage, there's no design philosophy here, just tedium by way of big space with few clues and lots of death traps. Miraculously, I somehow finished the game in around 2 hours, and even that felt like far too long and I was begging for it to end. I try not to give out 2 out of 10 scores lightly. Even truly bad games have a moment of charm, or an idea that almost works, or a guilty pleasure soundtrack. But this is a relentless slog of frustration that offers nothing but pain. And truly, it may be the worst game I have ever finished, or at least the worst game I have finished in a long time. At the end of the game, there's no payoff, there's no final cutscene, just the relief that it's finally over. You get a screen where the developers say, "Congrats, you won," but really, they should be apologizing. 2 out of 10.